The topics basically that we are going to cover up in this live session is what is suicide, the risk factors related to suicide, and the warning signs. Because it's very important to, kind of see the warning signs before helping somebody. And to see those warning signs, you need to be aware of the signs and symptoms that you can see in somebody, so that the problem or the thing can be addressed to to a person who is, able to help the person who has suicidal tendencies. So it's very important to go to the right person at the right time, so that a life can be saved, especially during these times. Everything is so hard. I mean, all the situations that we are facing on a daily life basis, it's kind of, it takes a toll on us, right? It takes a toll on our mental and emotional health both. So it's very important for us to, kind of seek help when we need it, so that we are also able to prevent from not doing something that we are going to regret, right? So ma'am will be taking forward from here.
Dikshita, I go with what you just mentioned that, people are going through a lot of struggle in their life, correct? Yeah. So to help, first of all, we have to be a little compassionate and tolerant towards others. Most of the time when we see people in distress, we do not go on saying, what is happening with you? Or how are you feeling? We rather end up saying, what's wrong with you? Why are you overthinking? Why are you overreacting? Right? So I think that is where exactly it starts. Because as I said, suicide as a whole, it's a long-term struggle. A lot of trauma experience. It's not that like, I'm just sitting here today and I'm like, hey, you know what? I will just go ahead and attempt suicide. So understand, behind every suicide committed, there has been many more who have tried to attempt. It's a planned intervention because they have been trying and they do cry out for help. It's not that they have not. It's just that people are not able to understand the primary mental health issues that people go through, right? So as let's begin with saying that, like, suicide is definitely one of the major health problem and a leading cause of death worldwide, if I have to put it that way, right? Yeah, around 1 million of people they annually commit suicide, right? So that is a very disturbing number altogether. Correct. As clinicians, I think we must make every effort to enhance suicide prevention in order to improve the identification, intervention, and subsequently we can help with the suicidal behavior. As I said, it's a behavioral pattern. So it's very important to understand the pattern from where it's a multifaceted phenomena. It's highly complex. It's not simple, because most of the time when someone is attempting suicide, people would say, you've been very weak. You can't face the world. It is not that simple. It's a highly complex, multifaceted phenomena which has a lot of variables that facilitates and contribute towards it, right? Have you guys, like, I want this conversation to be a little interactive. So what about Dikshita and Janvi? What have you experienced when it comes to your near and dear ones? The whole concept of suicide, have you experienced any such behavior?
I have definitely not come across somebody who has been, who has been through any kind of, or probably I have seen somebody having suicidal tendencies. I haven't come across anybody as such, but definitely, there are a few early symptoms that kind of come in first, and then it gets, I mean, like it gets severe after a point. So during the start, probably, yeah, I have seen people going through bad phases. People going through depression and a lot of other mental health problems. But not every mental health problem would lead to these kind of tendencies, right? So
Correct.
yeah,
That
again,
is where we need to understand the pattern. As you rightly said, not
yeah,
every mental health, but understand, if we leave a certain predispository factor for a long period of time, it will
yeah,
become a behavior.
right.
Suicide can be seen as a behavior motivated by the desire to escape some kind of unbearable psychological pain.
Yes, ma'am.
right? So emotional characteristics, emotional dysregulation. So we have to understand that suicide is a behavioral pattern which is going on for a long time. Death anxiety is very high. Trust me, guys, no one wants to end their life. Even if someone is trying to jump from a 13 uh, from the 13th floor, when they have almost reached the 5th floor, they're like, hey, you know what, if someone can save me,
Yeah.
no one wants to die. Approximately 45% of the individual who die, say, by suicide, they make a attempt to consult a primary caregiver. So when we say that they have not approached, they are not in that state of mind to express what they are feeling. They might have expressed their suicidal desires and ideation. Sometime back, suicide was treated as a crime, right? So it was not even treated as a mental health issue, correct? So suicidal ideations were not really taken as a very interpersonal, structured aspect to understand the perceived burdensome belonging people are going through in their life. So we have to understand all the models and theories that lead to this behavioral pattern, that leads to this whole phenomena. Correct? Yeah. Like before any kind of suicidal attempt or ideation, there can be self harm, there can be depressive episodes, right? But most of the time, as I said, mental health awareness, there is a major lack of mental health awareness in our
Yes,
country.
ma'am. Definitely agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, so if I say people are not ready to understand their emotions, guys, you have to understand that if I come up and say that, hey, I'm feeling sad,
Yeah.
no one knows how to react to sadness. Sometimes you do not have to give a solution, you can just hear that person out. Hearing one person can save a life, and that is a very big deal altogether.
And mostly people just want to be heard rather than,
Yes,
I don't think there's anybody who needs a solution, like, or
yes,
somebody who's approaching you for the first time wouldn't need a solution from you. They would
yes,
probably need like a, like a person who is there for them to hear their problems. And even by
yeah,
sharing your problems, it makes it easier for you to kind of find the solution on your own. So
correct.
that is again a problem, like, people when like usually when we approach people with the problems, then people are like, okay, so this could be the solution, that could be the solution, but again,
Yes,
like, not everything has the solution, and you don't need to find the solution to everything.
yeah.
Sometimes just, being there, just, kind of listening to somebody also might help them to find their own solutions to the problems, right? This is
That
what
is
I
so
believe.
true,
Yeah.
Dakshita. Yeah, that is so
Yeah.
true because understand most of the time it's about our feelings. People feel that we only go with the continuum of positive emotion. Negative emotion really scares us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But they are emotion, they are feelings at the end of the day. We need to understand that. Say, for
Mm.
example, let me give an example of someone who was recently consulting me and there were symptoms of PTSD.
Okay.
When he came to me, he told me that, this long term facilitated loneliness that was drowning on me, and I was just implicating on a lot of suicidal ideation, correct? Yeah. And it all started because he had a long term experience with school bullying, right? So understand, it started with bullying and he was not able to get over it.
Yeah.
And the trauma kept on adding. Trust me, the body takes in all the trauma symptoms. So you might be in your late 30s or your mid 30s or your early 20s, but that is just your conscious state. You have collected a lot of trauma sign, you have endured them, and you are who you are. So these are like the sub threshold that comes and you don't know where to go after that, because I have kind of shut down, even if sometimes I want to say that, hey, you know what, there was this bullying thing which is coming in my mind. Okay, people would say that, hey, you know what, that has happened long time back, why are you overthinking? And nowadays, Dikshita and Janavi, I must say, terminologies like depression, anxiety, uh, bipolarity, has become a regular jargon, and I'm very, very I feel very bad to hear that.
Yeah.
Like when people talk about, oh, isko to depression hua hai. I mean, there is a difference between depression and sadness.
Yeah, that is like lack of
Do you,
awareness. That's what,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Do you even know bipolarity? So husband will come and say that मेरी wife की mood up down होती है, उसको bipolar है.
Yeah.
So awareness definitely is coming where people are talking about all this mental health. I see a lot of such things happening on Insta where people talk about this, and people have started self-diagnosing themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Rather than going to
Because
professional help, they have
sometimes
started.
what
Correct.
happens is like people use yeah, so like I feel that sometimes people use this psychological words like depression and anxiety and bipolar just out of it's like a
It's
it's
such
like
a
what do I
common
say,
thing to
like
say
a
nowadays,
fashionable
I
thing.
feel.
Yeah, they
Yes.
like, okay, it's trendy. Yeah.
You would be
So it's
surprised
like
that
that.
people have come up with words like ano for anorexia and depo for depression and anx for
Yeah,
A lot of
anxiety.
exactly.
millennial terms. Yeah, right. Yeah. Just to,
I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
seriously? So see, understand why I'm telling you all these things. The tolerance level and the compassion is so less that it is difficult to even understand what the other person is going through. Because see, everyone goes through their emotional journey, their emotional process. But most of the time, and going by, see, I was telling Janvi that there's a lot of cultural barriers also. Our culture also like, हाँ ठीक है, चलो हो जाएगा, सब ठीक हो जाएगा. Don't say talk much about it. So according to the whole cultural aspect, it is like if you do not express it, you don't talk about it, you'll forget. It doesn't happen that way. We are all connected. If I have to put in the whole concept of collective unconsciousness, we are all, because see, today I might not meet someone, but if I can feel that person's pain, right, we are all connected at a different level altogether. So everyone goes through their journey. Just listening or hearing them and being a little resilient can definitely help save many lives.
yeah. That's not
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly. Yeah. Because now, like the situation is like that. Like talking about suicide is also, it's like a shameful or the stigma that we say. So, it will be like, oh, like so, like people give reaction to this, and I think it's a responsibility of the family and not only the family, the society itself, to talk about at least the mental health issue because only people will come up with, putting post and something only when an incident happens, then everyone will be like mental health, talk to us. So, but other than that, people will not be, even bothered to talk about this thing. They'll be like mazak mein they'll be saying that okay, you're okay, are you too depressed hai kya? So like the term has so much behind that.
It is also very
They're talking about,
scary. When
yeah,
people say depressed, hey, that it's like a term attached to you, the label.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
labeled.
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
And,
This is
and
the
that's
problem,
where and that's where you feel I have to stop this if I'm labeled. So it's like a fight with our own self that it's a label, I have to get over it, right? And sometimes I have seen guys, because I've been practicing for so many years now, and every day I see so many people, they are in deep pain, right? Yeah. And all they want is to be heard, right? So the answer lies within you. Everyone is intelligent, let me tell you that. But it's the constant denial, the constant feeling, no, I cannot express, people will judge me, or people is leading to all this intervention. So people should start, rather than going ahead and attaching themselves with words like depression, anxiety, because I say that there is a very thin line between trait and disorder. We can all have obsessive traits, guys. Trust me.
Yeah. Because
I love
nowadays
doing
it's like
my house well.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
to
yeah.
decorate my house. But if I'm having this talk with you guys and I'm like, hey, Dikshita, Janvi, oh, wait, let me just rearrange this and come back, that's a
that's
different
good
thing
again.
altogether.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that trait and that disorder, there's a thin line. So I think when you talk about trait, you need to understand your feelings and emotion. You should be this kind of awareness. I personally think that, see, talking about depression, anxiety, bipolarity, schizophrenia is not going to help. Let the clinicians know this. For everyone in general, rather than bringing out all this topic, let's talk about feelings and emotion. Because if today I say one of my traits is I like decorating my house,
Yeah.
I can talk about what is my feeling behind it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. So all these things are important. I was thinking I'll also give a brief idea from the evolutionary perspective. What do you guys think of the evolutionary aspects when it comes to death, killing themselves?
Uh,
Like I think that
Let's
yeah, like killing, like people killing themselves. Like initially, it wasn't like it was like okay, the suicide is happening, but people didn't have this awareness that okay, this is happening because of some issue or something. People have
yeah.
gone
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
a phase, and after a saturation point of what you say, like no, it's not happening. Like the point is now gone, like because the person was not heard, and at the right time the help was not seek. So now people are like slowly having this awareness that okay, this behind this suicide also, many people say okay, committed suicide,
Yeah.
but we don't try to, it's like not like that, committing a murder. So we commit murder, we commit crime or something like that, but a person, when a person dies from suicide, it's like a person is having, have had some sort of despair, was going through some sort of despair, or
Right. Right.
have had hard times, and after a point of this thing, ultimately no one was there to help at the right time, or being heard, the person was not being heard. So yeah, I feel that that's what
so
Also,
let
I would
me
like to add to that,
yes, go
like,
ahead.
before, when people were committing suicide, so people were not aware of their feelings, right? It was just kind of sadness looming in, and it was all about, they were going through a lot of hardships, and that could, possibly lead to a lot of sad emotions, which led to death. No, I mean like suicide. But now that, since people, I don't say that the awareness is not there about, being suicide or any kind of other mental health illnesses. It's definitely there. It has like come to a point where people are, especially the educated ones, they are aware of the problems that, kind of are related to the mental health segment. But again, even after being aware, they don't kind of address it.
accept it.
Just like, yeah, they don't accept it. It's so hard for everybody to kind of, accept their emotions, as you said, ma'am. Like, it could be like simple emotions that we are talking about, but generally people don't like to even come out with their own emotions, like what they are feeling inside, or what they have been feeling since a very long time, because they think that there could be like a fear of judgment from the other person
Yeah.
who's sitting in front of us. They might think that, oh, probably I'm going through some kind of mental health illness, and I don't want to talk about it to somebody because that person is going to judge me. So that's why people don't even come up with their emotions in this thing.
Yes, and
Yeah.
as I was mentioning some time back, that I like to define suicide as a psych ache.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's like I have no means left. Might be I've been trying for the longest period of time, but I have no means and no one is ready to understand, and there is nothing left for me that ends up in all these things. Okay, as I was saying, from an evolutionary perspective, let me tell you guys a small story. All right, are you guys in for it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Of course,
yeah.
ma'am. Go ahead.
All right, so if we go by, say, our evolutionary history, human being came to understand as no non-human being like animals do that death brings to an end a person's bodily and mental presence in the world, right? Only the human beings we understand that, right? I think we will not hear about suicides with any non-human beings, animals, correct? Yeah. And understand another thing, that if I go way back, Neanderthals were way stronger than us, but we sapiens, we survived because we could adapt to changes. We were ready to seek out a new world, to seek out new challenges, right? So our mental process, our mental presence in the world also change, correct? Yeah. uh, but with that also came a wide array of emotion, because it was getting more and more complicated. The brain structure was getting complicated. So a potentially devastating consequences was, I can say, that individual, they seek to escape physical or mental pain, might choose to kill themselves, right? Yeah.
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 As I was saying, let's say Jesus had no desire to die, to stop living, but he believed that his death would benefit all mankind. So this is also a phenomena. So you have to understand how the concept changes when you're taking your life. It can be, hey, you know what, my, again, at the same time, Judas, who had no thought of benefiting others, but who wanted to end his life because of his intolerable guilt.
Right.
Right. So this is a different phenomena towards death completely. Where, like, I just do not want to end my life. Sometimes I feel it will benefit someone else. You might have heard cases where um, the mother died and also killed the baby.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
there all
yeah.
over the news. Yeah,
Many.
Exactly. So
yeah.
suicide, can be called as self-murder also in an evolutionary context. Right
Uh-huh.
now,
Yeah.
Jobia, but the term murder is very inappropriate, right?
Yeah.
But we have to understand that human beings have always been murderers, killers of other living beings. First of all, they used to kill animals, prey for meat, and also killers of other men and women. That's how we have adapted ourselves towards a different thing altogether. Correct, yeah. So even when we talk about ancient human history, there is a first-hand experience of assassination, right? So the whole concept of killing meant ending something and beginning of something new,
Yes.
right? So of course, then the whole idea, the whole sophistication that I can kill myself can start off like, something new. It is definitely a maladaptive act, but this is
Yeah.
how the human mind started building up. Because trust me, no one wants to kill themselves. There is always a land thing attached to it. You go and you read, say, deaths of known people. It's very planned. It's not that they want to end their life to begin with,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's a step by step procedure. They plan. You will see that they have tried so and so thing, and they have also tried to approach you. Correct.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is a very complex, I would say, multifaceted, as I was saying, layer that comes with suicide. It's not a simple terminology at all, and it shouldn't be treated that, oh my God, this person was useless. The person was not able to deal with his life, and he killed himself. Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Even I don't
Yeah.
understand this because even, yeah, I mean, like, I would also, why is there a thing like, if somebody is committing suicide, then it should not be seen as a act of cowardness.
Wait.
I mean, you don't know what was going on in his mind, what all
Yeah.
hardships he or she went through in their lives. It could
Correct.
be something very simple for us, but for them it could be disastrous. So because of
Yeah.
which they kind of decided to take their lives. So I don't think there's any kind of judgment that has to be made on that, because again, suicide is not something somebody would just do it without any kind of like a associated thought behind it. So I
Yes.
feel like you should not
Yeah.
look at it like an act of cowardness, because it's not. It takes a
Yeah.
lot of, just like you said, ma'am. I mean, the death anxiety is so high at the moment when the person is trying to commit suicide. So, I mean,
Yes.
it would take a lot of guts even for that person to end their life, because they don't know
Yeah.
what's going to happen after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So as
And
I was
ma'am, I
talking
want to
about,
say,
yes, yes, go ahead.
yeah, I want to say one thing that whenever someone commits suicide, or dies by suicide, so like people always, try and tell that the person didn't like. didn't they think about their family? So what will happen to their father? What will happen to their mother? Or what will happen,
Right, right.
so and all.
Yeah.
But it's like they did a mistake, and now what will happen to their family members? Why didn't they think about them?
And again,
It's like,
the person as well as the family is labeled
Yeah.
after that.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
even the family cannot live in peace because why their son or daughter or somebody in the family committed suicide. But why is it so? Just for one person, why the entire family or the people
Right.
related to them has to suffer? So
That's what I'm saying. You would be surprised, guys, that I have come across so many people, and that's the reason my whole fight and journey, I just stick it to mental health awareness. I just say that, if in this lifetime I can create some change in people's mind when it comes to mental health awareness. Like today, say for example, if someone who's a psychiatrist or a psychologist is going through certain issues, say for example, panic. And you cannot see panic at all, but panic is a very, very difficult phenomena altogether. And for especially who do not understand panic, as a psychiatrist, as a psychologist, we understand the symptoms of panic, right? And the awareness is there. But there are a lot of people who do not understand. Like I got so many calls during this entire lockdown process that, ma'am, I have COVID, because the symptoms are overlapping, right? I'm going to die. There's so many people who have ended their life this way.
yeah,
Now,
yeah,
I mean, I told them, hey, hear me out. This is panic attack. And of course, I sat with them and made them understand. But again, as professionals, I was saying, when a professional also goes ahead and say, I have panic issues, I have anxiety, I'm going through depression, there will be a lot of judgment. You're talking about the rest of the population, Dikshita and Janvi. Think of the professionals. Professionals don't come out for help, and you think a therapist do not need help. A therapist needs help.
Yes.
After every 6 months there should be some assessment. People who are
yeah,
really
Yeah.
working hard. The rate of suicide in our industry is very high.
Yeah, exactly.
Already we have less amount of psychiatrists and psychologists. India mein bolo, worldwide also. I mean, when it comes to US, like I was talking to one of my friend, and she's like, I am not getting a appointment. It will take me 2 months. I was like, wow. And India, the ratio is very bad.
Very, very
yeah,
bad. Very
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
Correct?
yeah, yeah.
Now
Right.
understand, if someone who's a surgeon and comes up to you and say that, hey, you know what, I need to get a surgery done, will you be reacting, say, are you not ashamed of yourself? You're a surgeon and you're asking about a surgery. Take a scalpel and go get a surgery done on yourself. So why this discrimination?
Yeah. And also often we do questions like we get questions like where they are asking, being therapist or being in this professional field, so what is it like, you kind of listen to problems of people all day long, and what happens at the end of the day? Are you like, are you like swayed away by their problems? Are you kind of into that zone where you are listening to their problems and you kind of yourself become depressed? And
Yeah.
Yeah,
would like,
many times people feel that we don't have, like, how can we how can we be sad, or how can we be feeling low? We
yeah, I
are
mean, being therapists,
we are
it's like, we are
psychologists.
magicians. That why can't we, why are you sad? Because you know the solution to every problem. Then basically you should find the solution to your
The
problem as well.
example, the
Yeah.
example that I just told you about the surgeon, right? Then we should tell
Yeah,
the
yeah.
surgeon, why do you need another surgeon to perform a surgery on you? Take a scalpel. Be ashamed
Yeah.
of yourself.
Yeah.
Take a scalpel and get it done yourself, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is just a professional example I gave you. This is what happens with the other. But people, you will use terms like, hey, you know what, you're just overthinking, or हाँ तुम ज्यादा सोच रहे हो, या अगर कोई इंसान ज्यादा सोच रहा है तो वो क्यों सोच रहा है?
People
Yes.
think that when you talk about mental health, it's only about anxiety, depression, and all those sort of things. Like normal. Also, you need to accepting your feelings. Or being aware of your feelings. That is also a part of mental health. Otherwise, people just think that, okay, depression, anxiety,
Yeah,
and
it's
these
not
so
always about like disorders. I don't know why
yeah.
people come I associate feeling sad or probably like coming out with their emotions as something which will be related to disorders. I mean, not
Let us
everybody who has
leave
been
the disorders to the professionals. We
exactly
have been studying
definitely.
for years, so let it be on us. Rather, I think I also want to give out a message to cry out, rather to shout out to professionals that hey, you know what? Try to be more compassionate, more tolerant, make them understand because they have not done 15 or 14 years of education like you guys have. So just telling that this is it, this is it, this is it will not help, will make them more scared.
Yeah, and it's a very common thing nowadays people do. I mean, like, even if somebody as a friend, they are going to you, they are talking about their problems. Why is it so that you have to, kind of tell them that, oh, probably this is anxiety, this could be depression.
Yeah.
Not everything, expressing
Yeah.
all your emotions doesn't mean that you have some kind of disorder. Like it's such a because the other person will stop telling you things, even if that could be like the first symptom or the first sign of where they have been trying to approach somebody with their problems or with their emotions. They'll just stop it because the other person has already started judging them on basis of like no knowledge, like.
Yeah.
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 Another big aspect of suicide, when I talk about teenage suicides or uh, huge number of suicide from respectable institutes of our country like IIM and IIT.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct. So
Yeah.
how people, when you look at the whole system, it's how people like, okay, fine. So recently I was watching this series on Netflix called Quota Factory. Very interesting, I must share this with you.
Okay, okay.
So
Okay,
once
cool.
you go to Quota, it's like sure shot ये तो IIT के लिए prepare हो रहा है.
Yeah,
But
definitely it's there on the mind. Yeah.
it's not, I mean, it's like it's fed inside them. Maybe they want to do something else,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So I remember when I was taking up psychology, I was told, why not psychiatry? I mean, I was like, I'm more interested in the behavioral modulation. I want to spend more time. I want to understand this thing. I just don't want to sit and just like, okay, fine, do a diagnosis and give some medications and be done with it. So there is a judgment everywhere. So it's like, hey, you've gone to Kota, you will get through IIT.
Yeah.
So it's so difficult for them that if I'm not done, I cannot, I mean, for them, that's the end of their life. There is nothing else. There's
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah, and there's
speculation.
so
Yeah.
much pressure. There's so much
Yeah,
pressure,
they are like
especially
living
in
on
today's
the
world.
expectations,
Yeah,
living on expectations and expectations. So yeah.
Correct, correct, correct.
there are so many
People do not have
expectations that
autonomy and freedom to make their own choices in life anymore. There is no free will, if I have to say. Everything is pre planned and that is how it goes.
Yeah.
yeah, and I
Right?
don't, I mean, like everybody, I feel should have the right to kind of decide on what they want to do in their lives, whether it be their career, whether it be anybody, anything
Yeah.
in their life. It could be like there are so many aspects to life. I mean, it's up to you of how you are choosing to do something in life. It should not be something that you are doing anyways, something which is done out of pressure, out of, it becomes a burden eventually. So there's no point of even doing that, and it's very hard to even there are so many students, also children that I have come across where they are going through so many problems in their daily lives just because they are not being able to cope up with their
Yeah.
studies, with their curriculum. They are just not being able to do it because there's so much pressure. I mean, there are so many high expectations from them, and if they don't meet them, then probably they don't even know if their families are going to accept them. So I don't think
Yeah.
there should be that that expectation. I mean, it's good to have expectation from your children, but at the same time the support and the encouragement is required, for anybody to kind of do well in their
So
life.
Yeah.
true. So true. One thing you have
Yeah.
to understand, guys, that when it comes to the happiness index, India is at a very shameful position.
Yeah, yeah, agreed, ma'am.
So it's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
it's also shout out to the government where, like, leading cause of death in its youth, you cannot imagine it's so high, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
That we should have something like a national suicide mission.
Exactly.
Definitely,
Yeah.
there should be, I guess, because
Yeah.
We are doing so many
I mean,
things is that, I mean, we should have a national suicide mission altogether where suicide is not just purely an health issue, but of course it's an outcome of certain health factors,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
right? There's a lot of socio-psychological behavioral aspect that should come.
yeah,
Yeah.
Correct?
definitely.
We shouldn't, again, when we do come up with any national suicide mission or something, it shouldn't be treated as just another political agenda. Like, say, for example,
Exactly. Yes.
suicide,
Definitely
the
agree.
case of farmers,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
we have to, we don't even have a recognition that suicide is a preventable cause of death.
Yeah.
All these things needs to be focused. So when we talk
Yeah.
about prevention,
Yeah. And I
Yes.
think not many people are kind of, they just think that suicide, again, I think we go back to the same point that the difference is not known. People think that suicide again is something that just happens at the very moment. It's not something that is planned. So again,
yeah,
yeah, even if we have something like a mission like this, people
yeah,
are definitely, ma'am, I agree to you. They are going to consider it as some political agenda, and it's just
yeah,
going to,
Yeah.
go into waste and nothing else, because there will be
Yeah.
riots and protests and all of that going around,
exactly.
and yeah, there would be no outcome or any solution to it. So I mean,
Yeah.
again, the
See, understand
mindset.
the legislation on suicide was only problematic. Like, we decriminalized suicide 3 years ago. Prior to that, it was a crime.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
So the societies respond to the decriminalization of something. So it's part, like, we have to understand that it is not a crime, what it is. So that understanding only took such a long time. So
Yeah,
people can
exactly.
talk more about. So if today I have a suicidal ideation, I should be free to talk about that.
Yeah. That is what.
Like,
That is
as I said, I work a lot with the LGBTQ plus community. I say I have this strong feeling that we are all queer by nature, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
That is-
that people do not understand that. So when we are talking about queer, we are saying, oh, you're homosexual, you're bisexual, you're asexual, pansexual. No. Do we also talk about paraphilias and fetishes? Won't that also fall under the spectrum? And I can write down, because day in, day out, I meet so many people and they're not even ready to come out with their fetishes, because they feel that, I will not be accepted by the society. That leads, so that whole acceptance that people can talk about social ideation, people can talk about what is going on. At least if I say it out loud and I see no judgment, that's where you can put a stop.
Yeah, actually, people, there's a difference that people will talk about suicide, but once it has already happened, then they have nothing to, it's like, I think we have also one, like the question or from the same person, so it like kind of relates. So after Sushant Singh, his suicide,
Yeah.
so everyone was like, okay, after the incident had happened, everyone was like suicide. Before that, like people were not coming out with that, as I said, that we're putting post and all. So his like question is, he wants our view on Sushant Singh's suicide. He says that was a lost opportunity to create awareness among masses. So from what it seems like, mental health awareness, it's still at an urban educated level and is missing the masses. So
Yeah,
he wants
it
a
is.
more-
It is.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying that awareness is very important. Mental health awareness is only such a big factor, guys. Like, as I told you, we were talking from that perspective, guys. So the whole, you have to understand, in many ways, we have been stigmatizing suicide instead of bringing in compassion or sadness or grief. We have turned it into a rage. We end up blaming someone who have committed suicide. So
Yeah.
it's like a cultural phenomena where we're like, okay, as I think Dikshita, you just mentioned that if someone committed suicide and their family and the whole family has been looked down upon.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So government definitely plays a very important role in creating the right environment for a more human response to suicide.
Yeah, that's what, because I wanted to bring this up because the even the media, the way they portray suicide and the way the words they use, it kind of
It is very disturbing, Janvi.
very
During
very
Sushant
disturbing.
Singh Rajput's case,
Yeah,
media has a habit of continuously, repetitively showing that
yeah,
picture. Even during COVID, the same thing happened. So understand, our
yeah,
mind works with association. So if I'm continuously seeing that one picture, it's
Yeah.
basically I'm creating that effect in my mind.
yeah,
Right? There is no
yeah.
understanding to it. So media
Yeah, that's
definitely plays a very, very crucial role. It's extremely, I think it's in a very sad state. And I think, yeah, they, I
so
think, yes, tell me.
And the power, I think the
yeah,
power that media has
yeah,
should be, I think, used in a more, in a way where,
sensible way.
yeah,
Yeah.
it should be used in a more
No,
like,
it's part of the responsibility of the government also. Like you said that the government, the National Suicide Mission, like if we have something like that, and
yeah,
educating the reporters and how to report, because this is a very sensitive issue and we need to be mindful about what words we are using, and how we are depicting the story. So yeah, that's the thing that it's
definitely,
very
because I
disturbing.
think media can probably like, literally make a news which could be again very impactful.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
everything that comes up in the media, and in today's generation especially, when people are only referring to what they are seeing on the media, be it
Yeah,
any platform they are using. So
any
it's kind
media.
of like it's very important for everybody to look into the words and the phrases or any kind of news that they are putting in. So it should be something that should not like become a harmful thing for somebody. Instead, they could use that power in the opposite way. It could be useful, in a
yes,
lot more ways if it's used properly. So there's no mishandling. And
correct.
nowadays, I don't, yeah, I mean, the things that they show in the media channels and the news, I mean, it's so disturbing. And at the same time, I don't think there's any like useful news left, even, to
So
kind of
true, so
refer to.
true,
Yeah.
so true. So, when we talk about why are we as a country that is by account among the most miserable, you guys will be surprised that when I talk about the happiness index, Pakistan is 16 notches ahead of us.
Hmm.
We as a country, so Pakistan is 16 times ahead, like when it comes to the happiness index, correct? Yeah. So we have to understand that whether it is on suicide rate or world happiness index or the prevalence of say depression, we are one of the world's most miserable country.
Yeah.
And there are many layers to why it is so. So it's very important to understand. The important layer is the government, as I was talking about it. If you look
Yeah.
at all that makes the country happy, it is not about the small acts of kindness done by you and me. It is
Huh.
very important to create a society in which everyone feels he has a stake.
Hmm. Hmm.
In our country, we do not feel that way, where everyone
Yeah.
feels their grievances will be addressed,
Yeah.
where everyone feels that chances are equal, that they can, that can only happen through a very strong government that believes in equality, irrespective of class, caste, or religion. It can only come through creations of opportunity, the freedom to defend the institution. Those things are very respectable aspects of democracy.
Yeah. Agreed, man. Definitely.
Right, and we are falling down in the happiness index, as I said, like Pakistan is 16 times ahead of us when it comes
Yeah.
to that raises a big question. I mean, like, wow, that
Yeah.
means the
It's
country
there.
is
Yeah.
doing something nice, right? So see, coming up with policy is not enough. A policy is not a plan. You have to have a proper ideation behind it, how we execute it. We
Yeah,
come with
and
a
also
lot
I
of,
think the purpose has to be there. If there is no purpose of, again, like everything that is done needs to have a purpose. I mean,
yeah.
if there is no purpose and just the ideation, what's the point? It's
You
like, yeah,
know, according to WHO, when we talk about health, it doesn't compromise of your physical health, but also your mental health. Forget about the mental health in India. The amount of fund that we have kept for overall health. I mean, the whole scenario came out during COVID.
huh.
It's a shame.
Yeah, definitely.
So they cannot just focus on. So health is not considered an important thing at all in our country. Leave aside
Yeah,
mental health.
yeah,
Mental health is a myth all by itself.
yeah.
ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है?
It's kind of ironical over
मुझे तो
here.
दिख नहीं रहा है तुम्हारी
Yeah,
पैनिक. तुम्हें कैसे
yeah,
पैनिक हो सकता है?
right.
मुझे तो दिख नहीं रही है तुम्हारी. I was like, you know what? Even a thought
Mhm.
is not abstract. A thought,
Yeah,
every time you think, a thought arises, it creates a neuropeptide.
yeah.
And that is how your mind and the body reacts to it.
Mhm.
So that level of education is very important. What about the marginalized population, as I was talking about farmers?
Uh, yeah. That was again, led to something which is disheartening, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So people, I mean, as I said, like, just working at a higher level, working on mental health awareness, everyone should rather focus on that. Our whole community as such should, I mean, there should be pamphlets and things where like you do not talk about depression, but you talk about, hey, have you been feeling sad, or have you been feeling this, or have you. So all those aspects needs to be taken care of. Now understand, when it comes to taking therapy can be very costly for a lot of people, especially in our country like India.
yeah.
So the government must come with some rules, some insurance that can cover, because even for a therapist who is giving out therapy, I mean, even they cannot do it just for free. Okay, there can be certain pro bono thing that can come into
Yeah, not
consideration.
every time. Not every time. I think
Exactly.
this is such a, again, this question has also been coming up a lot. Like, why do therapists, ask for so much money? And why are therapy sessions so expensive? I mean, like, when we, for example, just like ma'am, you mentioned that, like about a doctor, okay? So when we visit a doctor, we have this in our mind that definitely it's going to cost us something. We have to pay for the appointment. We are not just going to get it for free. And it's the same with us as well, It's a
Yeah.
profession. We are not here just to kind of, I mean, I don't know, like people, they come up with questions like, so is it paid or is it unpaid? Do you charge for the session? Do you charge for the therapy? Definitely, I mean, some things could be free, but
Yeah.
again, like since we are also professionals, if you don't ask a doctor about, why are we paying them the money for the appointments, then why ask a psychiatrist or a psychologist?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So that is
Yeah.
a question that has been coming up a lot, and I have been actually kind of, I don't know, I was just,
I agree. Going with that
uh,
aspect also, I think the training of doctors are extremely, I would say, they're very biomedical, they're very clinical, they're very diagnostic centric, as
yeah,
opposed to being pragmatic, humanistic, or say person centered, community facing. So I remember when I was in Chennai Cancer Institute, there were a few doctors who had come from AIMS, and they're like, अच्छा, so आप लोगों का काम तो बहुत easy है, आप लोगों को तो सिर्फ बातें सुनना पड़ता है, that's it, right? I said, then well, that means that somewhere in your curriculum that is not covered. That's the reason why this whole branch has come out.
yeah, exactly,
So
exactly, ma'am.
people
I
do not
totally agree.
understand the whole concept of a therapist, that we play such a major role, such a big role. I'm not just here to hear you out. I'm here to give you a lot more support. I'm not just here to break the news, but I'm here to also tell you how you're going to deal with that situation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, so this are I think we had a very very I would
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
But
we
we did
went
have a
ahead of
very
time, and
insightful session
it's
regarding a lot of things.
yeah,
correct,
yeah,
Yeah.
correct, correct.
yeah. Am I audible to you guys? Am I
Very
You
much.
are
audible to you
completely.
guys?
You
Yeah,
are
I think we
very
just
much.
lost you in between for a while, but again,
Did we lost her?
I, yeah, I think in between we did lost her once, but
Okay,
yeah.
we have got you back.
Can you
All
hear
right.
us? Are we audible? Okay, there could be some problem with the earphone.
It's all right. I think we can continue with that. So Dikshita, I think we had a very insightful uh,
Yes, ma'am,
talk today.
definitely. Definitely,
Yes.
ma'am. We
Yeah.
covered up a lot of things, just not prevention. And I feel, the topics that we discussed here are something that has to be addressed. Like, definitely, we are going to have separate sessions regarding all of these topics. But again, these are a few topics that needs to be, talked about. It needs to be,
Correct.
yeah, people need to be aware of a lot of things. And just by talking to you, ma'am, today, I feel like I have gained a lot of knowledge from you. So thank you so much for your
Thank you.
views. And
Thank you.
yeah,
I want youngsters like you to come and we can definitely, create a
make a
lot of
change.
awareness. Yeah, I
Yes,
would
ma'am.
really want that. I would really want
Yeah,
that youngsters who are so passionate like both of you.
yeah.
And yes, it is very important. Very
Yes,
important.
ma'am. And it's very important, I feel, in today's world, it's to, like, make a change. Like, if you are present, then just try to make a change with your presence. It should not be like, even if in any profession, I'm not just particularly talking about mental health, but I'm talking about, there are so many professions, right? But you need to be, I feel like even in any profession, you can play a part which probably nobody else can. Your part is played by you, and you would know your capabilities. So
Yes.
definitely, like, if you want to really make a change from within, then it's going to be there. So
So
you
true.
should, yeah, I think people should be confident enough, to try to kind of think about what they probably, their emotions and the opinions they have, because people hardly come up with their opinions due to lack of confidence, you say, or due to lack of encouragement.
Fear
But
of judgment. Fear of judgment
yeah,
is another
yeah.
thing.
And
Correct.
I
Correct.
have been through so many sessions where I have seen people coming up with the same thing, that I don't talk, or probably I don't put up my opinions because I have this fear of judgment. Like, people are again going to label me into something. And this
Also,
is where,
another thing, Dikshita, that I have seen is a lot of professionals also when they give out talk. As I was telling Janvi before we started the talk, I said I do not want us to be just a batch of psychologists
Mhm.
giving gyan and information. It should be
Yeah,
very interactive. We
yeah,
have to
yeah,
reach out to people. We are not just
yeah,
here sitting like some authoritative figure and trying to
yeah,
give out information.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can only help people understand their mental health awareness can be a very important topic when we go into the baseline. So that is very,
Uh-huh.
very
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
So yes, guys, I think let's do something. Let's make a change. And I'm
We should,
very,
ma'am, definitely. Yeah, I
yes,
believe so. Uh,
yes, guys.
So, ma'am, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate and we are very grateful to you, because we had a really, really amazing session. And as I told you, like, I got to know a lot of things from you. And I would like to, kind of talk to you in the future as well. And we would obviously have a lot many more live sessions like this, where we would be taking up, various topics. So, and we would also like your views and opinions on that. Also,
For sure.
if,
For
yeah,
sure.
so.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. We really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, Dikshita. Thank you, Janavi. God bless you
Thank you,
both.
ma'am.
All
Thank
the
you so
best.
much, ma'am. Means a lot.
All the
Thank
best.
you.
Take
Thank you
care.
so much, ma'am.
Bye. Take care, guys.
Bye. Take care, ma'am. Janvi, are we going to end this live? Or are we going to take up questions if there are any? Uh, uh, so, in case if anybody who is there as a viewer can probably put up their questions if they want, so that we can address them, and we will try to kind of address all the questions that
Dikshita, am I audible?
you are, yeah,
Hello.
yeah. I was just saying that if there are any questions,
Am
then we can take it up now.
I don't think so. Yeah. Am I visible as well? Like my video is there?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
you're
think so because
visible
my
and audible
Wi-Fi
both.
went off. Okay, okay. I just kind of missed out the entire session because my Wi-Fi went off and I was like struggling to connect my
That's
data.
fine. But I
But
think
yeah, I
we
think
had a
we had
lovely
a
session. Lovely, lovely session. I
yeah,
mean, very exciting.
we had
Definitely.
a very interesting, very nice session and very insightful one
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the things we were thinking and we got to learn such a lot of
Yeah,
things we
and I
got to
think we not
learn.
just covered the topic that was specific to this live, which was like, just prevention and awareness on suicide. It was also, I think the live session covered a lot of other things as well. So I'm really happy about it, and
Yeah, yeah,
we need to kind of take up these topics as well in the future, and we would definitely do that. And also, the viewers, if
yeah,
you have any
definitely.
kind of suggestions on what topics we can talk about in our next live
Yeah,
sessions, so please put it up, and we would
yeah.
be glad to kind of,
Definitely
conduct
put it up
lives on that.
and
Yeah,
yeah, and if you view this session later, and if you come up with any question, do put it up because, ma'am, and we will definitely try to adjust it. And also,
exactly.
we
Yeah,
just as you know that we have started this campaign, this email campaign. So if you want to be a part of this, you can drop your email IDs in our DMs or wherever you want in our mail IDs also, or you can also be a part yourself as well, sending these as we said, as a part of our suicide and prevention awareness thing, like sending emails every starting from the week, Monday till Sunday, like starting from Monday, for example, Monday hope, then from Tuesday you can send a text message or email regarding action, then maybe the third day maybe resilience, and these sort of things you can send to your near and dear ones or your colleague or whomsoever you feel you care about. So yeah, that is there. And so
yeah.
yeah, that quite sum
Also,
ups our
please help people
session.
reach out to the professionals. This is our only motive. We conducted this live in order to kind of put out a message out there that it's very important to look out for the warning signs. It's very important to kind of look out for the ones you love, for the ones you care about, and if they're going through any kind of difficult situation, then definitely be there for them, be there to kind of at least listen to what they have to say. Even sometimes listening could also solve a very big problem, and it could save a life. Just remember that. And I think with that, we would like to kind of end today's session. And in case if there's
Yeah,
anything you would want us to talk about in the future, then let us know, DM us, and we would definitely come up with a lot more topics and future lives. So,
yeah,
with that, oh, thank you so much, Sapna Auntie. Thanks a lot. I'm glad that you really liked it, and we would also want your feedback.
yeah.
So kindly, yeah,
Thank you all those who have participated and
yeah. Thanks a
gave
lot
us
for
feedback.
participating.
Thank
Means
you
a
so
lot.
much.
Means a
Yeah,
lot to us. Thank you. And just give
yeah,
us our suggestions. We really need it. Like, since we are just, budding
yeah,
psychologists, and we are trying to make a change here, as ma'am said. So we really need your support, and as well as encouragement. With that, definitely we are again, we will be able to make a change in the society as well as in our professional field. So kindly reach out to us in case of any help that is required. And also, if you want to know anything about our page and anything about our services, kindly DM us or just drop us a mail, and we'll get back to you within a very short period of time. Okay, so with that, we would like to say bye to all of
yeah,
you, and thanks for participating.
yeah.
So
Bye
glad
and
that you all
thank
are
you. Yeah,
here.
thank you, Dikshita, for handling the session so well.
Thank you,
So yeah,
Janvi, yeah, for actually kind of initiating a page like this. Thank you.
yeah, yeah. To you
I'm
too.
so
Yeah,
glad I'm a part of this. So thanks a lot again. Okay,
yeah. No
see you
problem. Thank you.
everyone.
You too. Yeah.
Thanks a lot
See
for
you.
joining.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.